I don't know what I'm doing right now, so be tolerant to me. I'm doing this stuff for the first time, so I needed to learn a lot of new things. I will talk about this later, about learning new things. And I have my tree here ready. I will repeat a little bit what all this is, why this is happening, and what's the reason behind. Some of you may know, some of you may not. During whole stream, it will be most probably very small, almost like family-like event. So feel free to post any questions in the chat in case you are interested in something. I will try to go through the questions. Most probably there will be not so many of them, so we will have a time to do that. My plan right now is to do it maximum maybe 30-45 minutes. We will see. In case it will be very, very funny, I can stay up to 8 o'clock. So that's it for the beginning. We have 9 people here. First viewer from United States, great. Maybe it will be fun. So let me just start with a great thank you to all of you who are with me for a long time. I'm doing this YouTube channel actively from summer 2023. I started. Basically, the channel is much older. The channel itself I created in 2011, I think. The name and everything, it was created a long time ago. And I just posted 3 videos where I made manually the Slovak subtitles to some videos made in Croatia with Walter Pal in the garden of Sebastian Sandev and so on and so on. So I did few of those videos, and then the channel was idle, and I was not doing anything with the video. I was doing only my blog. My sun is shining on me, and the channel was sitting, and then I started with the first video about collecting, and basically in the very first video I did was this tree. I remember it today, that it was on the table here, and some other elms were there, and I was talking about blackback method and so on. Basically, the first video was done. I didn't know how to start. I wanted to start to do something, to record video. I didn't know what to do and how to do that, and I was completely new in that. And that was basically my beginning. That I was thinking about how to handle it, how to record. I was recording on very old iPhone, which was standing there. Now I'm using Panasonic mirrorless camera, which is much better. I'm trying to record everything in 4K, which I think is very good for you, for viewers. The majority of viewers are watching my videos on television. I see very precise statistic in the YouTube studio program, which is managing my videos. So majority is already on the TVs, and TVs are now huge, 55, 65 inches, even bigger. So 4K is reasonable. Reasonable for that kind of use. So that's what I'm doing. And last year I did a giveaway video. I wanted to boost the number of subscribers I had at that time, and I said, okay, I'm going to do air layer of this apex here. I said that I will send this plant to one of the viewers of the giveaway video, which was published in June 2025. And in case you are from other country, I will send you this book. So there is a delay between what I'm saying and between what I'm showing, maybe about 10 seconds, so it takes time. For those of you to which I'm not able to send the live plant to Asia, to United States, I will send this book when I will reach 10,000 subscribers. So where we are now, I crossed 6,000 last week, which is great. I thank you for everybody who subscribed to my channel. It's very big pleasure to have so good fans. So 6,000, and in this giveaway video, which you can find in my archive, I'm saying that when I will reach 5,000, I will do my first live stream. So the 5,000 was reached most probably somewhere in the middle of winter, which wasn't really good for filming here and so on. I think it was almost exactly between Christmas and New Year's Eve, so it wasn't really good timing for that. So I'm now keeping my promise, and I'm trying to do my first live stream, and this is it. The air layer, yeah, let's talk about this tree and about air layer on this tree. I did that because the tree was too high, and one of my bonsai friends who was here and said, why the tree is so high? So I kept shortening the apical parts of the tree, and it was still not enough, and then I decided that I'm going to remove this branch, and then I came with idea that maybe I will try to boost the number of subscribers with this kind of giveaway. Did it help me? I don't think so. The video with giveaway didn't blow up. Not so many people saw it. I think the YouTube has its own way how to put some kind of videos out to the new viewers, and most probably the giveaway video wasn't really popular with the YouTube algorithm, and not so many people saw that, not so many people commented. I think there is like, I'm not sure, I haven't been checking, but I think it's like maybe 100 or something like this, maybe up to 200 comments. So if you compare it, there are now 6,000 subscribers and there is only 200 people commented on that video. So it's not so much. Maybe some of the people who saw the video were not interested in this kind of gift, and also were not interested in this kind of book. I understand that not everybody wants to have small elm from this tree. It's not something spectacular, maybe only symbolical value, but this book, I think this is really good. Maybe some of you may know it. This is a Merigioli Bonsai Maples book, and I said it multiple times on multiple occasions. I consider this book to be maybe the best bonsai book I know. Yeah? So now you can see the full tree. So back to the book, I think it's for someone who is working with deciduous bonsai, it's most probably the best book out there. It's expensive. It costs, currently, if you want to buy it from Merigioli's site, I think it costs over 120 euros or $120, maybe even more, maybe 150. So definitely not cheap, but I think it's worth this money. It's a lot of stuff about grafting, about healing the wounds on the trees, on deciduous maples, a lot of stuff about propagation and so on, so on. So it's very valuable. Yeah. So that's it about the giveaway. And regarding the air layer and what happened with that, the last year I was doing the air layering and I had an idea that maybe using inorganic substrate will be much better, or it will be easier to comb the new roots from the substrate. And on many different air layering projects I was using the small pumice, and it proved to be really bad decision. So it wasn't really clever. And during the late summer 2025, I was reworking many air layers and was taking out the pumice and adding the sphagnum moss there. And this way I saved a lot of air layers, and then I needed to wait another maybe 5 to 7 weeks so they have the roots, but it was very successful. And I did also this on this air layer on this elm. So I removed half of the pumice, put the new moss there. Most probably I took the sharp knife, bended knife like this one, and scratch the callus. I'm not sure, I may look into that, but I think I was adding also the wire under the cut, and to reduce the flow of the sugars down. And then I saw maybe some roots were created also already in autumn, but majority of roots which you cannot see it now, but I will turn the second camera in a moment and I will remove it from there. And I saw that the new roots start to appear in beginning of March, April, and now I'm not saying it's full of roots, but I'm pretty sure it will do fine when I will separate it now. Of course, it could stay there. It will be maybe better timing, but I don't see any reason why to wait more. Regarding the timing, maybe one interesting thing is that the tree was staying outside in the garden whole winter with that air layer there, no protection, nothing, and nothing happened to it. There was no problem absolutely, in case you are questioning if the tree can be outside and what will happen to layer if there is minus temperatures. We had a few weeks with nights when the temperatures dropped to -10, -15 easily. So it was one of the coldest winter I remember in the last decade. So it was very cold, nothing happened to that. Yeah, so the layer is okay. And now when I will remove it, it will have whole summer to grow new roots and to establish itself in a new pot. The pot is ready. It will be potted into this small plastic pot. There is a drainage layer for wires, so it's prepared. I will use the mix of pumice, a little bit of bark, maybe a little bit of zeolite, and it's that. Normally, I would use osmocote fertilizer directly into the new soil, which will be put around the layer. But I ran out of osmocote when I finished my repotting season, and I haven't had the chance to buy a new batch. So that's it. And yeah, I'm going to remove it. We will look on the roots, and then in case you will have some kind of questions, we can move to the questions. So let's start to work. One more thing, that I'm usually sitting here and I'm speaking to this Panasonic camera all the time, and I'm used to that. But now with live stream, I know you are there, I know you watch, and it's even more creepy than normally when I'm just sitting here and talking to this machine. So this is really weird feeling. Yeah, I wanted to say few things which are very important for me for making this YouTube stuff successful. And one of the thing is that I really appreciate all of you who are making comments under my videos. Why is that? Because when there is a lot of comments and real questions and people are asking real stuff, the YouTube is treating it as valuable discussion and valuable content, and it's pushing more to more viewers. So I heard saying that one comment is worth 500 likes. Most probably it is not true, but it's very close to the truth. Yeah? So in case next time you are watching any of my videos and you have any kind of question, just drop the comment, and I really value it a lot because it helps me to get my content to more people in the future. So in case I want to reach the milestone of 10,000 subscribers, which with the current trend will happen maybe in the spring next year, I will use the tiny saw. So with every comment you make, I'm closer to 10,000 subscribers. The thing is that the number of subscribers, it's not so important. What is important if people are finding what I'm doing here interesting or not, if they are watching it or not. This is the most important. And sometimes I have a lot of viewers, sometimes I have a lot of people watching some videos. Some are more successful than others, but it's not bad. Yeah. So I'm very happy. Yeah. So it's down. So I will turn second camera because it will be easier for me. Yeah, the maple Lego. Welcome, Jesus. Jesus is coming a lot of time here and is doing a lot of comments. So I remember Jesus. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Eh? I get this Lego bonsai from my kids to my 50th birthday. I was 50 in January, so now I'm old fart, and this was a gift from my kids. And yeah, so you can see the roots here. There is still 10 seconds delay. Now, bad light, the sun is there, so it's not good. We tried second camera or first camera. This is much better. Now you can see. I'm not saying that it's full of roots, but enough. Usually at the bottom is the most of the roots because the water is kept here. Yeah, doing this stuff alone is real pain, yeah, to be honest. So I don't want to be really dirty because I need to operate the computer. So you see, enough roots. This is the moss which I added, in the end of the summer or middle of the summer. So normally on a maple and on many plants which I want to have as a future bonsai, I would try to remove, would try to remove as much moss as possible, but now I don't want to risk its life, because it will be gift to one of you or one of few hundred people who will comment under the old video, and it will be safer if I'm not going through the moss and not going to remove everything. So I'm keeping it like it is. It's enough roots. It will do just fine. So not spectacular tree, but for free, you know, not bad for this kind of shohin. If you put it into very flat pot, it could be nice. You can maybe see that there is already discoloration of this foliage, so it's much brighter foliage compared to mother tree. So something is going on here, and I don't know if it's not happy or if it's not able to support it, or I don't know if it's lack of some kind of so this is the substrate, the pumice and bark. There is a drainage layer already, so I will just do it like this. So I will just fix it so it doesn't move. I know that fixing is not mandatory, but it's always better, and we have a lot of days with very windy weather. I'm not sure if I used the ring here. I'm not sure. It's a good question. It's a good question. I don't know if the ring is there. I'm going to check. I don't remember. Yeah, I wasn't watching the old video. I should have. I don't remember if I put the ring there. That's a tricky situation. So let's see if the ring is there or not. No. Most probably I didn't use plastic ring here. No, I didn't use plastic ring here. Not on that one. Thank you, Danny. And if I will be reducing the amount of leaves, it's absolutely not necessary. Maybe the question about reducing the foliage, it's not necessary. And those who saw my 2 videos about Tilia cordata, you can saw the first hand what happened to the tree, which suffered. I removed the layer much later than this last year, around, I think it was around August, mid-August, 16th of August, and the tree, I had a feeling the tree is died, and it shed all leaves in 2 weeks. And you know, the thing is that of course the leaves are producing sugars, and those sugars are helping the tree to survive. But in case the tree has some viable roots already, they will support the plant. And in case, my experience, especially with maples, is that in case the tree is not able to support all the foliage, so it will favor the foliage on the very good leaves on end of the branches, and sometimes it will shed something which is not necessary or not producing enough sugars. So this is what is happening in my opinion. But those who saw the Tilia videos, you saw that the tree shed all the foliage and survived the winter, and now it's healthy, and now it's like 1 month since filming the last video, and I was checking the tree 15 minutes ago when I was watering the garden, and tree looks really good. Absolutely no problem with Tilia. I still have to sort out the problem with the bug. I don't have this special insecticide which I need to spray into the roots of Tilia. Those who saw the video know that I have, maybe still is the bug there inside, and I need to use, I don't know the name of this insecticide. It's in the comment below the video. It's a very complicated name. Discussion about the roots and about foliage. I think it's, you know, I think I said it in the comments below the Tilia video that I never ever reduced any single leaf from any air layer I did, and I did already, I don't know, couple hundred of air layers on different plants, and never reduced the foliage, never. I'm going to shoot the new video about the biggest, not biggest, but the tallest air layer I did. I removed the tree last spring. It's 5 meters from me in a big crate. It's the tallest trunk I ever collected or air layered, and it's like, I'm like 1.90 meters, and the tree is maybe 1.70 meters, 1.80 meters centimeters. So I collected this trunk and didn't reduce anything from that. Of course, I chopped it on the side 1 year ago, but after collecting I didn't reduce anything, and I never reduce the foliage on any air layer. I never had a problem with that. So I think both methods works. In case you are really afraid, you can cut something, but you know, this amount of roots on this size of tree, absolutely no problem. It will go into the shade. It will go into the shade for maybe next 2-3 weeks, and maybe on semi-shade during the summer, but it will do just fine. Normally it will do just fine. I'm sure about it. So this kind of roots, it's no problem. It's usually when you lose a lot of foliage due to some kind of reduction or something, usually in case the tree is very strong, it will do just fine. That's it. Air layer is separated. It will go out. I will water it because I use dry substrate, and it will wait another, I don't know, 4,000 subscribers. It could be maybe December this year, maybe spring 2027. I can tell you it's going much slower than I thought. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe my content is not so interesting. Maybe my technique is not good. Maybe my language is not good. I don't know. But I'm trying to do it well. I'm trying to show you reasonable stuff, it takes a lot of time to come here and film. I'm trying to film a lot, and I have a big storage, and I store a lot of footage from different works, and then use it when I'm composing bigger videos. So it's taking a lot of time, but it's great fun. And when I was saying at the beginning that that I'm doing this live stream for the first time, and I needed to learn how to do that, install completely new OBS software on my computer, and learn how to do this kind of stuff. For me, it's fantastic. I'm learning so many new things. As I said, I'm 50 years old already, but I'm learning new things every day. I'm studying a lot about trees. I'm studying a lot about filmmaking. I'm learning how to edit videos. I already made 170 videos, and I had to learn how to edit them. It's a pain in the ass, but it's fun and it's challenging, but I really like it. I really like to do that. I'm always trying to find the best way to position the camera to show you something what you maybe haven't seen before, or show you what I'm doing on my trees, and that's important for me. I find it really, really interesting, and I really like when someone is challenging me in the comments. For example, Peter from England or from UK is writing me and sometimes challenging in the comments what I'm doing, if he would do it differently, and so on and so on. I like it. I like this kind of things, and I can tell you that I'm reading every single comment. It's there, and I can tell you I learned also from the comments that what people are writing to me. Many times somebody writes to me something which is about design or about editing, about my videos, about the trees, about, for example, diseases and stuff like this. And I'm learning from you also, and it works both ways. So for me it's great. I love to do that. I always wanted to do that, and I'm happy that I committed myself to do that. My brother, my youngest brother, told me to do that when I was asking him in 2023 if I should start or not. And he said, you will not be younger anymore. So you start now or you will never start. So I decided to start, and I'm not regretting it. I'm not regretting it. So that's it. I'm going to look at my remarks. Yeah, I wanted to ask you that I was asking it in a title of one of the videos, to, in case you can hype in your country, try to use hype function and hype my videos. It's a new function which is in some countries available, in some countries it's not. It's helpful to get the video to the new audience, so it costs you nothing. You can hype, I think, 3 videos a week or something like that. You can find it. It's a small star symbol under the videos. There is one thing. The second thing is that I wanted to tell you that right now I'm using a lot of AI tools which are helping me translate the videos, and I'm trying to correct the audio, or let's say the YouTube is scanning my video. When I do the video, the YouTube is scanning my video and is scanning my speech, what I'm saying, and I'm go there after I upload the video, and I'm correcting the language, because you hear how I'm speaking. I'm speaking like Eastern European with my broken lousy English, and I need to correct the auto transcript, and I'm doing that, and based on that corrected auto transcript, I'm creating 18 language versions of the subtitles. So now I'm doing subtitles in Slovak, Czech, Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, Greek, Romanian, Polish, Ukrainian, Russian, Greek, 18 languages, a lot. So I do that, and the most of the videos are already have those subtitles in, I think, it very good quality. I cannot judge them because I don't understand, for example, Portuguese or German. I'm only trying to do that in the best way possible, and I'm trying to correct what's in English language. And also I can correct, of course, the Slovak, I can correct Czech language, I can correct the Polish language, because I speak also Polish a little bit. So this I can do, and I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to bring these videos to the new auditions. This is one thing. Yeah, how you can win this air layer? You have to go to video. I will show you which one, and you have to watch this old video from June 2025, and I'm asking you in that old video what do you like on my content, what you found interesting, and write something into the comments. So everybody who will go and comment into under the old video will be in the draw. One more thing I wanted to say, that sometimes when I have a lot of comments from the viewers, and I see the notification on the first comment you make under the video, but then if the people keep replying to your comment, and I don't see sometimes the notification. So it's not like I'm ignoring your replies or something, but sometimes it's just hidden. I don't see it anymore. It's very hard to find the new comment which appeared under some other comment under the video. So in case you write the new comment, completely new under any video, I see it all the time, but in case you reply to some other comment, I don't see it. I want the Carpinus Yamadori trick. What is Carpinus Yamadori trick? I don't know what you are asking. I don't know. Just write me what you want, and I can tell you, but I don't know what you are asking. So I wanted to tell you one more thing, and this is that I'm planning two projects. I cannot speak about them right now, but one is very interesting, and the second one is very challenging and very interesting, and it will be very interesting for you in case it will be successful. It's very big filming project. It's in preparation phase, but it's moving in a good direction, and in case it will be successful, I think it will be great content, and I think a lot of bonsai viewers will like it. So a lot of work is ahead, and it will be very tough, but I think it will be great. So yeah, naturalistic styling I'm doing only naturalistic styling. I want to do the trees in a way that they look like real trees. And in case the tree is looking, let's say, too much traditionally, I don't like it and I don't want this kind of trees. So I'm looking in the wild for particular type of trees, and my collection is result of that. So I'm looking for this kind of shape of a trees like this one. You can see this tree originally was only the stump from here and this. So this was it, these two parts. Everything else was grown in this kind of upward shape. So I'm doing it on most of my trees, and I know many people don't like it. I know it. And I know many people are doing bonsai in a different way, but the question is, in case I'm trying to make it, am I able to make traditionally looking tree? I think I can do it. I can do it. To do horizontal branches, to do a lot of negative space, to do maple with a single trunk line and so on, so on. I have 200 young maples in my garden, and I can make one in this kind of way. But the question is, does the world needs another man doing traditional bonsai? It's not enough of those people doing it traditional way out there. Is there not enough people doing conifers? I'm not doing conifers almost entirely. My garden is like 5 conifers total. 1 juniper, maybe 3-4 spruces, and 1 pine, and nothing else. Nothing else. So I don't like to work on conifers too much. I have nothing against them, but I don't like to work on them. My collection is 95, maybe 98% of deciduous trees. I like to work with different level of deciduous trees, the big ones, the collected ones, the cuttings, air layers. The new cuttings are there already from this season from the maples. So I'm starting a lot of new projects all the time, propagating new material, and it's fun for me, and I love it. I love to work with young trees. I love to work with flowering trees, with fruiting trees. This is my field, and I think this is the value I'm trying to bring to the audience, to YouTube. In case you want to watch someone who is wiring pine and shaping in traditional way, there are a lot of skilled good guys which I respect out there, and I think world don't need me to do that, to be another one. So let's this be a closing word. Thank you for all viewers which were here. Thank you for all your comments, and I appreciate that you stayed this few minutes with me, and you haven't been sitting in a pub with a beer on Saturday evening. At the end, we are old farts already, so we spend our time in a pub already, so we can sit in the garden and enjoy our plants. So thank you very much for your support. It was pleasure to have first live stream with you, and I hope you found that useful. And in case you will need something, you want to ask something, drop a comment under any video. Ask. Use community page. You can post your trees on community page and ask the question, whatever, and I'm super excited to communicate with you. Thank you very much for everything, and see you next time in maybe in the next Q&A session with the live stream. If it was okay, if it worked, maybe we can try to make it a tradition.